Um, Today I'm going to be doing the what is it called again? The commentary for the storyboard. So instead of like drawings, I've done a few like concepts. I've done it on Photoshop, like all of it. So I'm just gonna sort of analyze it, I guess, like a little bit of a commentary. Um, so the sequence starts with this, and the titles, they show the kind of, first it shows the studios, like a Trident Pictures production, then maybe like, I don't know, like a film for something like that. And for this, it's going to be red ink drops in the water, to make it look like it's blood. And I like this effect because it, obviously, as you can see, it looks very nice. And yeah, it just looks really cool, and it's fairly simple to do. So then all that comes up, and then the main characters. So the first shot is, there's going to be like a blue color, and it's double exposure. So it's going to be now. You're going to see a half of a person. This would be the protagonist. So like in the actual thing, he'll be wearing probably like a suit, kind of stuff that detectives wear, and then it cuts off around at the nose to show some like trees. And I like, it's good, especially good at this time of year, because there are no leaves on trees, which which kind of looks quite haunting and kind of creepy. So next frame um, is this. This is the protagonist, the antagonist character, the serial killer, and so I had a little idea, like you only see his eyes throughout the sequence, which I'll get onto later when it comes up more. Um, so another double, most of it is double exposure. Um, so like there's crime. We're gonna. I don't know. I don't know if I'm right, but I think Miss has crime tape. But if it doesn't, it's calm. Just buy someone, like borrow it from somewhere. So we'll do that. Have someone's eyes. It doesn't matter who, really. And about the text, I was thinking kind of it's sort of it sort of like kind of fades in, like it kind of goes blurry and then clear. And I want it to be white and sort of like this kind of neat font. And it's also like, you see in all of the frames, there's like a kind of a texture over it, which gives that sort of like, it makes it look more rough and dirty, which is sort of effect I want. So yeah, the next one, this is the protagonist, the female protagonist, the other detective. So this would be this would be her, and then in her body is a double exposure of a highway, which I probably, when I go to Japan, I'll probably film it for like an hour, because it's only going to be there for like 6 seconds, so I don't need to be there for the whole night. And as you can see, there's sort of a purplish colour, which I think sort of reflects the city atmosphere, like the city lights. So next, and after this, I was thinking after this the titles will come in. I was thinking like the all of this except for the highway, the time lapse goes away, and it becomes a full screen. And I didn't really like the picture. It was low quality, so I choose a different picture. But in the real thing, it'll be the same thing. But I was thinking like it'll be like something like this, and then the title. So the next one is then it shows a kind of supporting cast. So this is a gun, 9mm standard issue handgun, and it won't be like this exactly. I think it would be more of a overhead shot instead of like shooting it diagonally. I have a gun, so that's fine, and bullets. So like this, really, you could just film any building, and with After Effects, you can add kind of neon lights. And I was thinking like it will be blinking and kind of like you get what I mean. And there's also like a purplish color. This is so it'll be the female protagonist. It'll be split in half. And then there will be like a time lapse of kind of the sky, maybe like a little bit of a forest here and in the sky, like it'll be around here, and that couldn't literally you can just film that from a window. You do like overnight. It's really easy. Next one. This is sort of like really harsh colors, like black and white, and it's the male protagonist. He's smoking. He's going to be like in this position. I think ideally in real thing he would be like looking sideways and the smoke will come out like that. And there'll be sort of like a spotlight on him to show that kind of moral battle he has with himself because he's such a conflicted character. Next one, this will be the male protagonist again. He will be in a bar and drinking, and little like his knuckles will be all kind of bruised up and bloody because it gives you kind of an audience a hint of what the sort of thing he does and how he's conflicted and he's an alcoholic. And then with double exposure, I would want like a church, and I would want the cross to be positioned right above his head to sort of show like the kind of sign of penance and moral conflict. And then have a little graveyard. I live near a graveyard, so that's really easy to film. Again, a purple color. This shot similar to the other one with the woman, but instead of like that, the line is here, and then she sort of it's from sideways. And then the top will be like a slow motion. In the actual thing, will be like a not mid shot, but like it'll be far away shot. It'll be really far away. It'll be a long shot. And then he'll be running in slow motion. This sort of show that because her character all her life she's been kind of stood over by men. Like there's kind of symbolism behind it. This one, as I said, like you only see the antagonist's eyes. This is a bit too dark, but I think in actual thing, make it a bit more brighter. You can see the knife there, and this is one of his victims in the house, just casually smiling, living her life. And you can see double exposure of the school. And then I had an idea, like from all these are kind of bright, sort of like bright colours in terms of like the spectrum, but then in this thing he will be about to slit her throat, and then after that all the colours become sort of red, so red and like kind of blood red. So this image is a extreme close-up on an eye, and then this would be the antagonist walking in a field with a teddy bear. I think this creates kind of like a disturbing image and like tone. And so next one, there's a playground, and it's sort of, you see the male. Actually, no, this will be a female protagonist just aiming a gun, and then it'll be like a white silhouette. And then the thing I forgot to tell you about is in all the frames there's a blur, like kind of there's a radial blur I like to have, like there's the blur, and that's all blurred there, that's blurred here. I think it sort of looks better. This one, there will be 3 nooses, and the male protagonist, you can't really see it clearly here, but he will be crying. And yeah, that's more or less it. Here it would be a forest, another like white silhouette of the male protagonist beating up another person. This one, there's quite a lot in this image. I think this image is quite disturbing because firstly, there's a close up on a hand. When you see closely, you can see this kind of disturbing image of a guy being hanged on a noose. Another image, I quite like this, which is really, really scary. It's an actual video, and it's just 2 people in a creepy mask following this person. So I thought that'd actually be quite a nice touch to show. And you can see double exposure of some trees. There's another picture of here, a man in a rabbit mask dragging a dead body here. This is all fairly simple. Like you can do it. I think this one, I don't know how you're gonna hang on a noose. I might cut that out, but I'll just put that there for now. This one, so this is another, and this is antagonist eyes again. So I'm thinking we'll have a close up on a clock. I don't think it will be like a straight up shot, not like diagonal again. And then as the clock, this hour hand moves, it'll be like from here, it'll be moving, and then when it gets to a certain point, you see his eyes, and then and then he disappears again, and then goes around. And then this will be the last shot in the thing. And finally, after you see the 2 protagonists together, back to back, and just looking away, and I think it's a pretty cool shot because they're all on their own throughout the sequence, and then finally they're together, and then you just have this bang in the middle, and that's pretty much it really. Yeah, that's it.